Hey, Colabcoaching here to get us just some wise words of wisdom for the week. Week number 3 of the Reprogramming Your Relationship series. So excited to get into this week because this is the week that probably a lot of people have been waiting for. Like, yeah, we understand myths, yeah, we understand mistakes, but what about this? So let's get into it. So this week we're talking about how to steps, processes, ideas to basically reprogram your relationships. Because when it comes to reprogramming your relationships, it's a step by step basis, and the things that you can do to help it, but there's also things that you can do to hurt it. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. So, the best first step to take when it comes to reprogramming relationships is to understand, well, why do you want to reprogram them in the first place? What has been going on? Do you actually realize the issues that maybe you have been doing, or your significant others, or have you found a pathway to actually realize, like, okay, I see it this way, but now I want to do it this way, versus you just saying, I want things to be better, I want things to change, I need things to happen. But in reality, if you don't have steps in place, if you don't have structure in place, if you don't have a strategy, it's just you just talking. It's just you just acting. But we have to be purposeful with how we acting to recreate those relationships. So the first thing you definitely have to do is to figure out the why. Why do you want to reprogram relationships? Is it because your past relationships did not work in your favor? Is it because you saw these habits that happened to you in the past or currently happening to you right now that you want to change? Is it because you're tired of the same routines over and over again? Or the fact that maybe you've been focusing on yourself too much, or you've been focusing on your significant others too much, and you need something to change. Something has to change. So figure out the why. That's the number one step. The second step is to realize when you are starting to reprogram your your relationships for the better, making sure that you just don't make it about yourself. It is easy, very, very easy. Trust me, I know. It's very, very easy for you to just focus on you. I need this to be done differently. I need to do this. I need to make this happen. I need to push it this way. I need to go this way. You need to do it that way because I like this and I want this and I. But remember, relationships is about we. Whether it be with your parents, whether it be with your friends, your siblings, your significant others, your coworkers, wherever it may be. It's all about we. Yes, it's okay to be selfish in certain increments. It's okay to be selfish in certain instances. But remember that you have to focus on the collective, the environment, the moments that you do together, not only just yourself. Remember, self love is beautiful. Remember, self awareness is great. Remember, self actualization and self growth is a wonderful thing. But this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about reprogramming your relationships for the better to reconnect with the people you really care about. Because maybe there's a disconnect that's going on right now. Maybe there's something that you want to change and you think that you have to do it all by yourself. A lot of times, especially me, my biggest issue is that I have a complex of I gotta fix it myself. I gotta do this myself. I gotta make this happen myself. But once I realize that I'm not alone, I don't have to do this alone. I don't have to push alone. I don't have to make this happen alone. I don't gotta go ahead and make the whole strategy by myself and make things happen. That's when I realized that, oh, reprogram my relationships is not a terrible thing. It's not a daunting task. It's not something that I have to just labor over. It's literally me working with someone I care about to ensure we reprogram these relationships better. And it gives you time to collaborate. You may see things one way. Your significant others may see this another way. But that doesn't mean you have to be 100% right. It doesn't mean that they have to be 100% right, or you have to be 100% wrong, and they have to be 100% wrong. Let's collaborate together. Let's make things happen together. And let's ensure that you are speaking to that person when you think about reprogramming your relationships. It's easy to X somebody out the whole equation just because you want things to be accomplished. And I talked about that before when it came to mistakes. Finally, the one last thing I want to talk about, the one most important thing that I think a lot of people do not realize is that you have to get help. You have to get help. I say it again. You have to get help when you know that you have no other options, that you're at wit's end. You feel lost. You feel confused. You feel like this is overwhelming. You feel like this is too much. Get help. Get help. What does that help look like? A coach like myself, a counselor, uh, a spiritual advisor, a wise elder, a pastor, whoever it may be. Get the help to recreate those relationships. You know what is not working. That's plain as day. That's clear as day. You know exactly what's not working. What you need to do now is remember that you do not have to do this alone. Ask for help. You know, a lot of times, especially in our day and age, a lot of people feel like they could do it by themselves and they don't want to ask for help. They got to figure it out for themselves. They got to, as the old saying goes, pick yourself up from your bootstraps, blah, blah, blah. The helping is very important. don't diminish help. Don't diminish people willing to help you, and don't diminish you seeking help. Sometimes you can recreate things as a collective. That's the beautiful thing about brainstorming. That's the beautiful thing about theorizing and hypothesizing with other people. A think tank. There's so many things that can be beneficial just seeking help to allow yourself to create these new ideas of how to recreate relationships. Because at the end of the day, you don't know the end goal of it all. You will hope to have the end goal, but the beautiful thing about it is that you're able to work with someone to create that end goal together. Simple as that. So, to make this as simple as possible, the steps on how to recreate, to reprogram your relationships. Number one, remember that you have to realize that you don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to do this by yourself. Please collaborate with the people you want to recreate those relationships with. If you want to recreate relationships with yourself, collaborate with yourself. Make sure you are vocal. Make sure you are not just focusing solely on what you want. Make sure you're not pushing your agenda onto the other person, but talking and collaborate with that person. Another thing, ask yourself why. Why do you want to recreate your relationships? Is it because something that happened before in the past? Is it because of things that and ideas that you saw that you now want to implement into your own relationships? Is it because of things that you know that are not working currently and something has to give? Last thing, very last thing, is to ask for help. You may be going through this journey right now, and your significant others are not listening to you, or they don't want to recreate these relationships or reprogram your relationships. That's okay. Find someone that's willing to do that. Get the help, whether it be a coach, counselor, spiritual advisor, pastor, whoever it may be. But once you realize that you want to reprogram relationships, it's now time for you to seek the help. And remember, it is okay to ask for help. More than okay. Simple as that. So if you're still struggling on the steps on how to reprogram your relationships, message me. I'm here. I'm available. I'm not running away. Go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session. Also, fill out that relationship survey to see if we're a best fit for each other. I may not be, and I can refer you to somebody else. Also, Facebook Colabcoaching, Instagram Colabcoaching. All my series on my videos are on YouTube, COLAB Coaching. Finally, I wrote an amazing book, Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier, the Self-Love Relationship Project. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you find books, it will be there. If not, let me know. Also, I did a whole audiobook as well for the people that want to listen and go when they're working out, or they're alone, or they're in a car, just relaxing. You want to hear my voice, I did it for you. Wherever you listen to audiobooks, also is currently on Audible as well. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Share this with anyone that's struggling with the steps on how to reprogram their relationships. I'm here to help them. Comment below if you have some more steps that I didn't talk about that may help other people. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Bye.